We've been involved in education, and we have gotten to the point that all we do is find out if they can pass a test. And that is not a sign of education as far as I'm concerned. Come on down, Ralph. You have something, a question for one of our representatives?
Yeah, well, no, but I've got to stay with the people of Jackson County.
Okay, good deal.
Here in Jackson County, I think something very interesting is happening. Since April 29th through August 17th, we have gained in the county 167 new voters. The Democrats have lost 3 voters. The Republicans have lost 10 voters. The game is all to the unaffiliated party. We are changing in the county, but as the gentleman who heads up the Republican group in North Carolina, Tom Fetzer, says we have to really look at the unaffiliated and work with the unaffiliated voters. In Jackson County right now, we have got more unaffiliated registered voters and we have got Republicans. We've got about 7,000 approximately Republican voters. We got 7,300 unaffiliated, and there's a little less than 11,000 Democrats. So I think a lot of the people are changing in Jackson County. They have had no one to vote for if they stay as a Republican. So we need to look at this vote, and we need to gradually change these people from a Democrat to an unaffiliated or all the way to a Republican. But let's not forget about our unaffiliated voters. And if you work for the state of North Carolina, you work up here at the college, you better be listed if you want to keep a job as unaffiliated and not as a Republican. So please look at the unaffiliated voters and try to get these people to change, because it's most important. That's where our growth base is going to be. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to remind you also now, we have flags on every table, so make sure you take a flag with you. Wave it wherever you go, put it in your car or on top of your car. Come on down now. And we also have copies of the Constitution up here. And the young man that was supposed to bring quite a few more, unfortunately had something happen, so he couldn't make it today. But we will be getting in a fresh supply of the Constitution, copies of this federal Constitution, the United States Constitution. And I also got on order a copy of the North Carolina Constitution, which you need to read, because we need to take our state back over as well as our federal government, and we need to make a big footprint in whatever county you are. And we're not here to bash Democrats or unaffiliated. That's why I wanted to ensure you that all of the splinter groups, with all the folks that are out there working for a particular issue, there's a lot of room under that umbrella for you. I'd like to see that on one of the segments of that umbrella. We are a representative republic. We haven't had much representation, I don't think. And they think they own the jobs once they've been in them for so long. And I think it's up to the voters, get out, get the vote out, and we want an informed electorate. We want you to be informed. This is the key. Understand what the ramifications of some of these things that they're trying to push over on us. One of the questions that came to us through the email, I'll be with you in just a minute, I just want to explain this, came from a young lady that wanted to know what VeriChip was. Everybody know what VeriChip is? You do? Anybody else? You do not. You want to explain this to your version and see if it coincides with mine? Come on down, just a minute. Would you mind waiting for just a second? This is important because you talk about control. When anybody that is seeking power, like people seek power today, when they control your pocketbook, guess what else they control? You got it. They control you. They control me. They control my pocketbook. They're going to control us. And this is really getting down to the serious nitty-gritty of it. We have got to fight this legislation. So explain to them what you feel about it, what you know about their chip.
Well, it's a chip that can be implanted underneath the skin. And what that means is you can be tracked. Eventually what they want to do is be able to follow every single person in this country. You won't be able to have cash because they'll use the Vera chip to be able to buy things. And if you don't have the chip, you won't be able to have any purchasing power. And it's a very frightening thing to think that we will lose our freedom of being able to travel, being able to buy goods, being able to do anything without somebody with this chip knowing about it. And some people believe it's the mark of the beast.
Well, what is it, Rob?
Who started this? Who was saying?
When the Vera chip came about?
Under the
Well, it came about through some government
Patriot
agency.
Act came under, it was initiated, and it started under the Bush administration. They wanted a verification of that you were an American, and it was part outcropping of the Patriot Act. So
Okay, did that come in with the Patriot Act, or was that one of the things that came in with that?
Came in on the tail end of the
Okay,
Patriot
but
Act.
you see, this is the beast, because they will bring it in under the guise of, guess what? Security. The next thing they'll want to do is to protect the children, finding lost children, keeping track of pedophiles and criminals and everything else like that. And eventually they'll want to know where you are all the time too. So this is, and they bring it in, and they never, they always want you to think that they're doing something for your betterment, which is not quite the case. Where's that lady I have up here? I got someone waiting. Well, no, I got this.